A bomb has been located. Drop the bomb diffuser.
Digital Athlete League. This is the, I believe, upper bracket semifinals or upper bracket finals or something. I will be casting and spectating for the first match, first map, and then Hans will be coming in at 9 to help me out. I am Vulgar, and uh, the teams will be OnlyFans versus MishMash Gaming tonight. OnlyFans obviously being the team that won the last season, and MishMash Gaming always coming out strong. We'll have our map bands going up for you pretty soon, as soon as the teams are all ready, and then we'll get on them with the match as soon as I can get everybody into the lobby. So yeah, so we're just waiting on the teams right now. Map bans have started. So Consulate, as you can see, has been banned out by OnlyFans, so we will not be playing that. And now it is Mishmash Gaming's turn to ban. Mishmash Gaming taking their time to ban out maps. They want to be strategic about it. Don't want to give the other team an advantage. So it does look like we are waiting on Mishmash Gaming to be banning maps. Um, and we're waiting on OnlyFans to get into the lobby. So as of right now, we are just waiting. Oh, and so Mishmash Gaming has banned Clubhouse, so we're not going to be playing on either Consulate or Clubhouse. It is now OnlyFans' turn to ban. Um, and we'll see what they want to ban. So far we have two pretty old maps going out, maps that have been played out quite a bit and are kind of stale. Clubhouse obviously being an extremely predictable map, as is Consulate. So it does look like we'll be seeing some more unorthodox strategies coming out from these teams. And so it is now OnlyFans' turn to pick a map. So they will be now picking the first map that they play, I believe. All right, so OnlyFans have picked Cafe Dostoevsky as the first map they will play. Now that is a relatively attacker-sided map, or defender-sided map, I should say. Although it is honestly one of the more balanced maps in the map pool. Something like Villa or Theme Park is a lot more defender-sided, while Coastline in Oregon Oregon's also defender sided, but Coastline's one of the more balanced maps along with Cafe Dostoevsky. So, but MishMash Gaming will take the Villa, which is of course one of the more defender sided maps in the game, due to its size and all the buffer rooms between the outside and site. And then Theme Park will be banned by OnlyFans. They don't want to play on another map like that because Theme Park is very similar to Villa in that respect. They're both fairly large maps with a lot of rooms to clear as an attacker. And if you just don't want to deal with that, then the Theme Park ban is smart. It's now Mishmash Gaming's turn to ban a map. Um, they have banned Coastline. And so now OnlyFans will decide who is going to be playing on which side. So they will take Mishmash Gaming chooses to defend first on Cafe Dostoevsky, and OnlyFans choose to defend first on Villa. So that's pretty standard. Now I will just try to get OnlyFans into the lobby. As I attempt to use the new Ubisoft Connect overlay. Which is difficult in the best of times, and when you are remotely connecting to a computer, it's even more difficult. We have some technical issues right now. Not entirely sure what's wrong, but I'm going to try to fix it. Hang on just one moment.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm just on my break and I only have 10 minutes, but I thought I'd check in, and I guess it will be useful since I figured you're trying to get Sarah's in. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me get the mouse and I'll work on that real quick. So yeah, I guess I'm also going to be saying hi to chat. How are you guys doing? So he's in the menu right now. Invite to game, it should be right here. Let's also check. Let me use Discord instead for Sarah's. Oh. So yeah, how are you doing so far? How is the stream going? And how is the chat going?
Yeah, so it looks like we have a pretty interesting lineup on the maps.
Okay.
We have Cafe Dostoevsky being played first with OnlyFans on attack and Mishmash Gaming on defense, followed by Villa with Mishmash Gaming on attack and OnlyFans on defense. And
Okay.
if we go to a tiebreaker, we'll be playing on Oregon with obviously the Is it a random? Is it a coin flip for attack and defense?
No.
It's the round differential.
No, so we are going to be using the round differential thing as next season, but I didn't want to update the rules like mid-season, so it's still the old ways of who didn't pick, like the team that didn't pick the map.
Oh,
picked
right,
the...
right.
No, wait, I think it's actually random because I think it's actually random who gets to start an attack or defense first. Like the team who gets to pick who attacks first.
Right. Okay.
Awesome. So Sarah's, we're texting in French. I get you. I bet you can't read that, but he said he just found the invite. So
yeah, I mean it's kind of hard with Ubisoft Connect to like kind of dig in there sometimes. So I understand.
that's Ubisoft for you. Oh gosh, no, please, okay, because like I told you before we started, the overlay does tend to freeze. So I was really hoping that we wouldn't have to. Okay, so let me just put this back in like 1080p, full screen and everything. Display, you'll see at 1080p. So yeah, I'm just gonna grab, or do you want to do it? Because when we're both working on with the mouse, we're like fighting for the cursor. Awesome.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, I hope like these small hesitations before for the beginning weren't too annoying to you guys, the viewers. We are working with weird or extraordinary situations. Because usually I try to get another observer or simply not cast the game, but this is playoffs after all, so I really wanted to have them cast it even though I'm personally working tonight. Once again, I'm on my break and I have 5 minutes remaining, so it seems like all the players are here. You want to just like ask them if they're ready to go? And
cool.
yeah, I'm on the French Canadian.
Yeah, I can see that. So,
I'm on the Canadian bilingual layout, so it's.
Yeah, okay, you can type it then because I don't know how to put in a question mark there.
It's capital 6. Which would be, yeah. And as soon as the players are ready to go.
Yeah, we'll start the match. Oh, wait, I actually need to put the right.
Yeah, absolutely. That would
probably be a good idea.
That'd actually be really important.
Okay,
also, did you make sure? So OnlyFans do have blue team. OnlyFans are attacking first? Yeah, awesome.
Perfect.
Sarah says ready. Good. Let me just type real quick.
Yep, they say ready.
So I'm gonna let you start the game whenever you are, and I'm also gonna vanish right away. So I'll be back in roughly an hour.
All right, let's get this match started then.
Yeah. So to the players, good luck, have fun if you're reading this. If you're hearing this, to the viewers, have an amazing match, and to you, have an amazing cast. With that being said, I am muting myself again, and see you in an hour.
Yep. See ya. Right. So MishMash Gaming taking the first ban on the attack. We'll have to see what they want to take out. I could see a Thatcher maybe, although he has been nerfed quite a bit recently with his rework of his gadget. So we might also see maybe a hard breach ban or something along those lines. But yeah, so it will be a Maverick, so that's the hard breach ban. Now that's interesting on this map because there aren't a lot of places that you can really get to with Maverick on this map. It's a lot of, I find, Habana and Ace play because it's easy to get killed very quickly if you're playing as either Maverick or Thermite, but we'll see what OnlyFans wants to ban. They're going to be banning the Thatcher, so that's going to be attack significantly weaker, considering that Maverick also kind of helps acts as a little bit of a Thatcher alternative. So with both of them banned, it's going to be a lot more difficult to open the walls. You're going to need to either see the Cali being brought or play from above or below, depending on the site, to get rid of any wall denial. And now the mirror ban is very standard. She's very strong in this map. If you play her on the first floor or the top floor, basically any site, she's a valuable asset. So I'm not surprised that OnlyFans don't want to deal with that in the first half, and they'll be willing not to bring it on the second half. MishMash Gaming with a final ban on defense. We will be seeing a Malusi ban. Not surprising at all. If you've played ranked in the past 6 months, you'll definitely know the pain of having a Malusi Banshee slowing you down and alerting the enemies to where you are. So not surprising at all for MishMash Gaming to want to get rid of that. Along with the angled grip on her MP5 makes her a very potent roamer as well. Now, we'll be seeing a very default lineup coming out from both of these teams. We've got a lot of soft destruction on the side of OnlyFans and a lot of projectile denial, intel, and area denial on the side of MishMash Gaming. You got the Smoke and Goyo for area denial. Smoke is obviously gas canisters, and then Goyo can shoot his shields to deny a plant or deny a push. Valkyrie has a lot of intel, so that is not surprising to see at all. And then we have obviously the Wamai and Jaeger, although they're not quite as strong as they once were, they are still very strong. And we'll be going to the top floor for the first round. Definitely the preferred site for a lot of people, although you do kind of sometimes see the first floor as well.
Attackers have discovered the location of a
But
bomb.
definitely this is the meta site to go. I do like this setup coming in on the freezer.
10 seconds remaining.
My feed has frozen, so I'm just trying to figure that out right now.
Attackers have
Hang on just for 1 second. My apologies. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out some technical difficulties. I'm just trying to fix my feed right now. There we go. Okay, yep, I am back. There, okay. Yep, okay. Yeah, so now we have the attackers, OnlyFans, are on the roof right now. They're just going to try to see if they can get some free picks. I don't expect MishMash Gaming to give them any. You have a quick run out, though, coming out from the Valkyrie of Gohan, but he will not get any frags, but he will put the fear that there is a Valkyrie cam in the minds of OnlyFans. You have the Ash droning, which is definitely unusual in the past. And the smoke drops to the second floor as the drone approaches. Does make an escape, doesn't take any damage or anything, so that is good. A good clean escape from Mashar. He will rotate back up to White Stairs, and he's now back in sight. So that's extremely effective. Couldn't quite call it a roam, but a good off-site play for him, because he manages to leave with his life, and he wastes some time and drones for the attackers as well. Now, you do see that Ceres is just trying to watch that rotate, although there are gridlock tracks on it. Does see some utility. I'm not sure exactly what that is. And attackers now have control of Piano. First frag goes to Gohan, but quickly refragged by Mara. Followed by another battle where the Jaeger of Maddox takes a lot of damage, and as does Kozak. Just some quick play coming in. Battle for the Whitehall is now unfolding as we speak. Hibana tries to open up freezer wall. And this reinforced wall is very smart because it allows the defender to peek from both sides, but it doesn't matter because Kozak is just better. Maddox goes down. He had a very little health, but he's still dead. That's still gunned down. Percy get another kill. Now 4 versus 2 for OnlyFans, and this is looking good. But the smoke does manage to get a kill, but he does get killed by his own Goyo shield as Amara takes it down with a impact, and OnlyFans win the first round on attack. Very decisive round coming out from them. That was well played from OnlyFans. MMG didn't really make many mistakes that I could see. Just OnlyFans just kind of played better. But we will be going into the second round, and just MMG does think that they can hold it because they will be going to the same site with the exact same lineup unless we have a 6-pick coming out. And OnlyFans will be using the exact same lineup as well. And we will see Haldown switching from the Womai to the castle. Obviously, didn't see the use for both sets of projectile denial. OnlyFans not taking the 6-pick. They are going to be running the exact same setup, same lineup, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we didn't really get to see a lot of the setup last round because of some technical difficulties, but this time I will attempt to locate where the attached reinforcements are going. And it does look to be a very similar setup as last time.
Loading new magazine.
10 seconds to go.
And so yeah, we will see a very similar setup. And the castle barricade there is interesting. So this is very fascinating setup coming out from MishMash Gaming. So this castle barricade being there, it's gonna be prepped as well to like to rotate, but I'm not quite sure what this is going to accomplish because I guess it can deny some line of sight, but the attackers will be able to they would be able to just go in from the new balcony unless they're going to be playing Heaven. But we'll have to see. Red Hatch has been opened, and they're just going to be droning. Oh, Maddox with the nice run out coming in. But he will get refragged quite quickly. Although that is still a definite advantage for MishMash Gaming because Maddox already had all his utility out, but Amara still had his 2 impacts and 2 stuns. So that's going to be a lot of utility down the drain. Proximity alarm getting spotted out, and then the nade coming in to clear the ADSs after they've been burned. Percy with a kill onto Scar, and then Amani with another one onto Hull down. So now it is already a 2v4 with only a minute and 15 seconds transpiring in the round. So this is looking very bad for MishMash Gaming. This is even more decisive than the first round. But we'll be seeing the execute looking, pretty soon. Very fast to execute, but no reason not to execute this fast when you have a 2-man advantage in the first 2 minutes of a round. That castle barricade still be standing, although not sure who that was, but somebody just took some close shots. Looks like it was Percy. And then Gohan with a kill onto Kosak, but Stars refrags onto Kenny. Now it is all up to Gohan to clutch this out. He will need 3 more kills in this round for a total of a 4K, I think. He will get 1. He will get 2. It is 1v1. This is looking very good for Gohan. Although Percy does have sight, but he does not know where he is. And Gohan takes the round from a 1 versus 3 with a 4K on the round. Beautiful shots coming out from Gohan to clutch it out for MishMash Gaming, making the MPX work for him. He does not allow it to. He does not allow the odds to go against him. Now for the third round, MishMash Gaming will be going down to the first floor. We'll be taking a Vigil, a Mozzie, and a Cage. So those are 3 operatives we have not seen yet for them. Let's just see if they switch out for any of them. The Vigil may be a response to the intensive droning that OnlyFans have been showing MishMash Gaming. We'll have to see if it is effective.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Attackers have located a bomb.
Give him some quick drone utility down the drain for the attackers, which is good. And you have this hold on the second floor, it looks like, coming out. I'm not sure if Shar is going to be the one holding it. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't, but they will actually be opening freezer hatch, so that is fascinating. Normally that's reinforced. I guess this is going to be a very intensive top and second floor hold. It looks like you've also got Maddox holding in the top floor in piano, and that hatch is actually being reinforced. So piano hatch is reinforced, but freezer hatch is soft. So this is fascinating. Looks like we've also got a spawn peak coming out. He will get taken down though by Sayers, so that is not ideal. I can understand the impulse to spawn peek, but if you're just putting your team in a 4 versus 5 in the first 20 seconds of a round, that may not be worth it. So I was making quick work on these hatches, and the drones will be coming out. So you have Amani droning the first floor, and then Amara with another kill onto Gohan. So that's the killer that clutched out last round. So this is looking, again, very bad for MishMash Gaming. And they have now complete top control. It does not look like there are any more players from MishMash Gaming on the top floor. And there are one only. Kenny is the only player on the second floor, and it looks like we got Amani also pushing him. He does have a sneaky angle onto white stairs, it looks like. But he will get seen and killed by Amara with another kill on the round. Now, the only players that remain are Shar and Hull Down, both of which reside on the first floor, neither of which are on site. Now, with this top control, they will be able to have free range on the floorboards and open up lots of lines of sight for plants and post-plant situations. Now you got Hull Down watching brown stairs. Does not look like he sees anybody, and there's nobody there, but he does not know that. Shar holding onto red stairs, and will not know where those shots are coming in from, but he will try to rotate up red stairs. He will catch the Ash off guard and will get the kill. Now Amara with another kill in the round though, for a triple onto Hull Down. Now it was all up to Shar, but Amani will get the kill and finish off the round for OnlyFans with some nice shots coming out. Now, MishMash Gaming is down 2-1 on their defensive side in Cafe Dostoevsky, which is not ideal. They'll be going back down to Kitchen yet again, which is probably their best shot, but still not ideal if they haven't won it. They will definitely be looking to win the remainder of the rounds, the last 3 rounds of this half, if they want to be in a good position to win. They'll be picking the castle, but then for 6 picking over to the Cade for this exact same lineup as last round. So we will be having, looks like a similar lineup, although it's too early to tell. But we'll have some cams going out, and we'll have to see if they go for the same kind of top floor and middle floor holds as last time. It does appear so. You got the same shotgun hole coming out from Shar, and they're going to be opening that hatch again. So it looks like they're going to be doubling down on their hold. We'll have to see how well they do. But if it's anything like last round, I'm going to guess not very. They're opening the hole into prep in order to have some lines of sight on the attackers, although holes do work both ways, so it's possible that those could be used against them. Interestingly, prep walls are soft, and that's an unfortunate shield because it does not allow Shar to go through the... unless that's intentional, I suppose. And there's a lot of half-reinforced walls that are half-reinforced. But we will be seeing the same take from the attackers of OnlyFans. They'll be taken from the top floor down. Very sensible, because there's only really 3 ways to go... Well, 2 ways to go up and down the second and third floor. 3 ways for the first and second floor. So once you take a floor, it's very difficult to lose it. But they are all alone on the top floor. There's nobody holding it from MishMash Gaming. They are all concentrated on the first and second floor. We've got Shar on the first floor. Gohan's holding on to reading. Maddox will take the first kill. And he does not get punished for it. So he's just holding on for dear life. Playing around that reinforced hatch and in train. And then Kenny with another kill onto Amani. So that's 2 quick kills. And it does not look like there's any counter response coming out from OnlyFans. You've got Percy trying to hold, but just pushes him blind into Gohan's kill, into Gohan's gun barrel, and gets punished for it. Now it's all up to Saris and Kozak. Kozak firing some shots, but will not connect any. Abandoning the top floor in favor of the second floor, it looks like. They realize there's nobody playing there, so they're going to try to go for it. But now Kenny with another kill onto Saris as he jumps into Red Stairs window, and it is all up to Kozak. Kozak does not want to give away his life very easily. He looks like he's going to try to save his KD a little bit, but Kenny doesn't care. Kenny runs out, and a flawless round coming up from MishMash Gaming. That is the strongest round we've seen from them so far by far. And if the rest of the half looks like that, I can see them coming out in a very strong position. Now, for their second to last round on defense, they will be going over to reading Fireplace. This is interesting because they could have technically gone over to top floor again if they wanted to, but I guess they want to save that for probably the very final round, and they're trying to throw off OnlyFans. Although they have been running pretty much the exact same lineup, OnlyFans that is, have been running the same lineup every round, so probably won't really throw them off too much, but I suppose the strategy itself will change in accordance to the site played. It does look like it's going to be very similar to what you typically see from a top floor from the top floor site, anyways, with a strong emphasis on holding piano and cigar. You have those bottoms of the shotgun, bottoms of the wall shotgunned out, as is the middle of the white stairs wall, for ease of access into A from the stairs. And a castle barricade on the white stairs window. So they're gonna be holding on the white stairs very hard, and they're also opening up laundry wall or laundry hatch, and so they're gonna be trying to hold on to Cocktail as best they can in order to play those angles from above. So this is this top floor is near identical to what you'd see from a top floor hold. That is like from Cocktail and Bar, but obviously they are playing reading and dining. Now this pulse is interesting. We haven't seen that yet. Got both the FBI operators, so that's a little bit less on the gun department, but you can make up for it with the utility that they offer. Char playing that mute. He loves the SMG-11, I'm guessing, because he's been playing mute and smoke the whole round, whole match. I have to admit, I do love the SMG-11 myself, so I'm very pleased that he's using it. Kills a drone as the attackers of OnlyFans try to take onto the top floor. Peeking on that piano, trying to get a lucky spray, but Maddox doesn't need luck. He takes out Sarah's. Amara with the refrag onto him, though, as we're now standing in a 4 versus 4. Amara is, though, very low health, and Saris did lose that hammer. So this is definitely an advantage for for MishMash Gaming right now, as Hibana will use a set of Skyros on the top floor wall into Freezer. We have a late reinforcement coming out, though. We'll have to see if that's fruitful. And we have the castle of Kenny playing on white stairs, as does the Goyo of Gohan. Playing that close angle in white if anybody pushes out. Kenny will be there to refrag if Kenny falls, or if Gohan falls, and I likewise with Kenny and Gohan. So we do see, I think, Percy. Nope. We see somebody pushing up, and there's now 2 players in
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
lost my train of thought. But White Stairs is still holding firm for MishMash Gaming. However, Amara does get another kill onto the Goyo, and they do finally take top floor control, although at a very high cost. Now, there's the 2 FBI operators versus Amani and Amara. Pulse is playing on the first floor. He'll be looking to get a kill from through the floor onto somebody planting. Kenny holding on to site. 15 seconds left, and the attackers are starting their plant. I do believe that is a hard wall, a hard floor, so we won't be able to stop it from below, but doesn't matter because Amani with the quick double kill onto Kenny and Hall down will win the round. Excellent swing around though coming from Amani. Takes out the pulse as the pulse takes out the Sophia, but then swings around on the castle. So beautiful take from OnlyFans. Excellent execute in the dying seconds of that round. And for the final round on defense, we'll be seeing MishMash Gaming going to bar and cocktail. Now, this is their preferred site. That's the site they played first, second, and now last. They've won it once and lost it once. And we'll have to see if they can tie this up. Even if they do tie it up, though, they aren't in a very good position for their attack because typically you want to win at least a majority of your rounds on defense, especially on a map like this. Now, we do have the castle yet again, so we will likely be seeing a very, very similar setup, along with the Goyo, Valkyrie, Smoke, and Jaeger. I do find it interesting that they're going with the Jaeger instead of the Romai, considering that Jaeger has recently been nerfed into the ground a little bit. Each of his ADS is only catching one projectile now and then it recharges after 10 seconds. Although it's more of a rework than a nerf, but overall it makes him a little bit weaker. Although Romai has also been nerfed. But now the attackers have been given the go to engage. And they will make their way up to the ceiling of the roof again. Interesting shotgun hole coming out from Amani though. And there's a castle barricade on piano, so that is fascinating because they know that they have the sledge. So like, MishMash Gaming knows that OnlyFans have the sledge, so there's no real point in putting a castle barricade there because it's going to get taken out very easily. But it's there, and now it's not. And another that castle barricade on piano door though is a little bit better though because it doesn't allow for the sledge to get rid of it. And it does use up 3 of the Sophia has 4 projectiles, but it does end up with Shard dead, so not very good trade there for the projectiles for a life. And now he has free reign over piano from the window, but a beautiful shot coming out from Kenny onto the... That is an extremely long angle, and I wish I'd seen that from his perspective, but excellent shot from him. Will equalize the man advantage, although utility advantage still lies with OnlyFans, given that they've taken out the smoke for the Zofia, and the Zofia had already used most of her utility. But Maddox with a quick double kill after being traded, by Percy, but then Hull down with a kill onto Percy. So now we're in a 1 versus 3, and this is very dangerous. You're very exposed on the window. You have a lot of good angles, but you're also extremely exposed because there's not only so many spots you can be for the defenders to pre-fire. So if they can get your location, then you're easy picking. Got the tracks coming out. So all of this would take was a quick peek coming out from bathroom. We'll miss it. The smoke goes out and stops the line of sight. Needs to grab diffuser. 40 seconds left. Yes, time, but he does not have the location of the enemies. And Kenny with a quick shot kills Amani and secures the draw on the half. Well, that round single-handedly carried by Kenny in all honesty, and Maddox with the double kills for each of them. Kenny with that first beautiful shot onto the Sophia with a 1x sight no less through I think like 3 walls that had been opened. Now we will be seeing an ace instead of the Hibana, it looks like, coming from MishMash Gaming. Along with a Twitch and a Nomad. And we didn't see either of those coming out from OnlyFans, who only used the very, very standard lineup. Although on defense, they will be bringing the Ella. who
Defenders,
is
protect your bombs from being defused by
used to be a terror and is now not quite so much. Although she is still very strong and capable in right hands. And interestingly, will be taking the shotgun. So that is good for the site construction. She can do a lot of site construction in a very short amount of time with that semi-auto shotgun. And the shotgun is also very deadly at very short ranges. Although it does lose effectiveness quite quickly at range. We'll have to see where she plays. Where Sarah's plays.
10 seconds left.
And we also have the castle coming out with the same strategy of prepping the barricade
5 seconds left.
to be rotated through. And this does look like a very similar hold coming out from OnlyFans as we saw from MishMash Gaming. Although you will see a castle barricade as well. And my apologies. And I'm back. Okay. So apologies for that. Does look like we have MishMash Gaming going to be taken from the top floor again. Not again, I should say, for their first round. Similar to OnlyFans. That's just what you do on this map. There's not really any other way to go about taking it. And we'll be using that one round of the Aces breaching rounds on the wall of Cocktail, trying to take into there. That'll weaken OnlyFans' hold on the white stairs, although there's still that castle barricade to hold. Punch hole will be used to bait OnlyFans into firing, and then we'll have Sledge. First kill coming from MMG onto Percy, and the Ella mine being a little bit late to the party there. Oh, almost a shot from the Ella. Oh, the Ella's just tapping with that pea shooter, but it's like so powerful in the right hands.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
Now with a shotgun out, we'll be waiting around the corner for the Sledge to push. Has the Jaeger with him for the long range engagements. And a C4 from Kozak will take out Shar. Oh, beautiful peeks. And coming out from Amani, but not enough. Now in a 3 versus 1, Kenny will have to win it out. He has the top floor, but the Ella's right by him. Does not know where it is coming from. And the Ella will clean up with a shotgun. Beautiful round coming out from OnlyFans. After the beginning was not quite in their favor, but they managed to bring it out. And something I didn't even talk about, but is very interesting, is that they didn't go top floor first round. I completely missed that, but because like the hold was so similar, but they actually went second floor first round, which is typically the tertiary site for most players. But they managed to win it, so that just puts them in an extremely strong position to win out the rest of the match, or the map, I should say. And we'll be seeing a dock. So that bandit actually might trip up MishMash Gaming, because I think they're going into the first floor, because you typically have at least some kind of wall denial for those kitchen walls and or hatch. But they will be so shot onto the dock for that more longer range. Although he doesn't have the ACOG he used to, he's still quite potent at long range with that MP5 and with how good it is at range and how controllable it is. A little bit different setup coming out from OnlyFans than we saw from MishMash Gaming. It's a lot more closed off. As you can see, that entire bathroom wall is reinforced. I think they had one panel open on MishMash for peeking through. We'll have that same castle barricade along with two ADSs stacked on top of each other to stop any projectiles coming in. along with a my disc and piano. So they're putting a lot of utility in piano, trying to hold it. And we'll now see the attackers try to go onto the roof, presumably, and take site. Now the shield I like. Gives kind of a one-way peek hole, but he will move it. Amani taking the first kill, early kill onto Kenny, so that is the hard breach gone. That's the only hard breach they had, so this is looking extremely dire for MishMash Gaming now. Looks like it was a shot from White Stairs window, potentially. And now I think that's the Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is repelling up. Does not know where the Jaeger is, and will get taken down by Amani as well. So that's Amani with a double kill in the round. No response yet from MishMash Gaming. Very sloppy from MishMash Gaming. They definitely should have droned that Jaeger out for the second kill. I didn't get to catch the first kill, but overall, not looking good. Now, all three members of MishMash Gaming are in the red stairs. They're droning up white stairs right now. Gohan is, but his drone will get taken out. That might throw him off a little bit. It looks like they're waiting for the white stairs push, but little do they know, every single member is coming in from red stairs. Ooh, the beautiful push. Beautiful peek from Maru. Will get taken out, though, because of the Ger's mod effect. And Schlar will be the one to do it. Now, in a 2 versus 4, this is not looking good for MishMash Gaming, although they have a minute left, so they have the time to win this out. But they just need to hit their shots and get the intel. And they also have 2 very capable fraggers. Oh, that shield is very taking its toll. Char with 1 bullet's worth of health. The Jaeger doesn't need to peek this, but he is anyways. Gets the kill. Drops the hatch. Now, held down in a 1 versus 4 with 4 members that are of OnlyFans that are decently high health. All of them are full health except for the Amani. Nomad charge does get set off and the Jaeger goes down for it. But that's only 1 in a series of 4 kills he'll need to get. 30 seconds left as well, so he's running out of time. And the Ella with the shotgun stairs takes him down. Hiding in that corner with the shotgun, very potent strategy. Excellent play coming out from OnlyFans, and they are now up 5-3. And they only have the choice of kitchen or the other second floor site. They'll be opting to go kitchen because you almost never see mining coming out. And they will bring the Legion unless they switch it out. Now, Legion has seen a resurgence in play since he got a 1.5x on his T5 SMG. But still not quite as much play as he used to before his series of nerfs brought his goo mines to their knees. Won't see any 6 picks.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So now you do see prep wall being reinforced, which is something that MishMash Gaming did not do on their defensive side. Personally, I do feel like reinforcing it can only help you, but it does look like they're gonna be trying to hold on to first floor bar very hard with those castle barricades and the rotations. So it looks like they're expecting a backside take from garage or from above either white stairs or brown stairs. And we'll also be setting up this default rotation for the Wamai, who's likely to be playing inside of Bakery.
Bomb located by attackers. The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers have recovered.
Castle looks to be playing inside of Kochek. Strong position to play because you can peek from multiple angles onto the same spot. So the attacker does not know where you're going to be peeking from, but you know where they're going to be. Kenny is taking no time in opening up that small bricky wall. That will render Wamai almost impotent. He'll have to retreat back into prep. Although he does still have the angle on the window. Waiting for the player to peek it. Does get droned out. They know where he is, but he's still gonna try to hold it because it's such a tight angle that he can still potentially get away with it. But he will fall back.
Attackers dropped the diffuser.
That is very fast. A minute into the round, and Bakery has been completely surrendered to the attackers. And you have the Twitch in there. Does not look like they know where the Y is now. He's in prep. They do now because he's been droned out. The Twitch will be peeking into sight through the opened wall that the defenders made.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Twitch drone going out. See the Womai. Drone gets shot. MishMash game has to play this very carefully if they want to win, but they won't. Kozak getting the kill, and then smoking it out, falling back. Excellent play from the smoke. Don't want to lose your life too early, but that SMG-11 is so potent in the right hands. Taking a long angle on this. If he gets peeked, I do not expect him to win because of just how long range that is and how heavy the recoil is on the SMG-11. Kenny getting their first kill onto Amani, evening out the scoreboard. It's a 4 apiece. Hersey with another kill on the Gohan though, but will be quickly refragged by Hull Down. Oh, but Hull Down gets his head taken off by the long range MP5K of Amara. Now in a MMG in a 1 versus 3 as Cyrus takes out Char. If there's an operator you wanted for this, it's Ace, but doesn't matter because he's not even looking in the right direction. Amara takes out Kenny, and now match point for OnlyFans. Back to the first set they went to, which they also won, reading Fireplace. To bring out the Maestro, unless they 6-picked off of it, which I don't think he's been brought at all yet. Which is surprising considering how potent his gun is. The Aldo 5.56 tends to be one of the stronger weapons on defense, but will be switched off for Valkyrie, who has the MPX, which is considered to be one of the weaker guns on defense. However, those Valkyrie cams have so much utility and so much intel. That is worth it for OnlyFans.
Locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
We'll be seeing the same setup coming out from OnlyFans, which is fine considering no reason to change something that works. We'll be seeing that same hold up top coming from OnlyFans as well. If you hold Cocktail and you hold White Stairs, that's enough of the map of the top floor to hold in order to basically win out the round, because you have eyes on the most important parts of each site.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Because you can hold Dining from White Stairs and you hold Reading from Cocktail, so you can if you can hold onto those two areas, you can almost guarantee your success as a defender. Obviously in Siege nothing's certain, and we'll be seeing if MMG can take this back. They do have a secret drone though. OnlyFans does not know where that is. We'll have to see if they're able to, if MishMash Gaming are able to put that into their advantage. Be joining up Piano, noticing that it's completely empty. It's free for the taking, although there are castle barricades preventing their entrance into White Stairs and into Cocktail. Ella with that trusty pistol with the sight. Be looking to take off some heads. ace charge coming out from somewhere onto cocktail wall. Looks like the Ella is considering dropping. The mute jammer does stop the other ace charge from going off. 2 ace charges denied with the mute jammer. But the mute jammers stays firm even as the Twitch goes. So, Ella drops and Monty goes down. Is finally taken on by Go On. Now white stairs control in favor of the attack, as is Cocktail. This is looking very good for MMG. If they can convert this into a site execute, they can win. They have a minute left, which isn't a lot of time, but it's not desperate for them yet. They can drop hatch. They can go down and drop the balcony. They have a lot of avenues of attack, but they just have to make a choice and stick with it. Right now, pick on the from above. Sarah's with a refrag onto Maddox now. Very deleted, but refrag nonetheless. Defenders have completely vacated reading as the floor has been opened, but they still have lines of sight onto it to prevent a plant.
15 seconds left.
15 seconds left, and the site execute is now going on.
Have located a bomb.
Planning in the same position as last time. Kenny with a good cover. Percy going down, but the defense,
Left.
Ella managed to take out the planter, and it's a 2v2, but there's no time to plant. Defenders win, and
Operators, you have run out of time.
MishMash Gaming lose the map. OnlyFans taking it 7-3. Not a single attacking round for them. Excellent performance from OnlyFans. Mara and Amani, both with double digits. Not a single member of MMG breaking the double-digit threshold. Now, next map will be Villa. We're just going to take a short break. Yeah, we'll take a 5 to 10 minute break. To let the teams recuperate and to let me rest my voice a little bit. to the match. We're about to start. So for our second match of the night, we're going to be playing on Villa. Obviously, same two teams, and we have. Oh, I did forget to switch the names of the teams, but that is okay. Oh, whoops! Hang on. Sorry. All right, so I did mess up the side, so we're gonna have to restart the lobby, I think. Yeah, so MMG is meant to start on attack, so we're gonna be restarting the lobby. My apologies. Yeah, that's my bad. So we'll be having another short break, hopefully shorter than last time, but we'll see. attack. Match has started, although no rounds have transpired. The game on the spectators end crashed, and so that is why we missed the ban phase. We will see the ban phase, the banned operators at the beginning of the next rounds, but as of right now, I'm not sure what they are. However, MMG is on attack, and OnlyFans is on defense to begin with. MMG did sub out Gibby, or sub in Gibby for one of their players, so that is something to note. And we do have some visual bugs right now, as you can see, but they are client side, so it's all good. We have Char coming in for a quick entry into Mud Room. There's barricades here. Oh, and so it does look like OnlyFans has taken first floor. Oh, and Sarah's with a beautiful C4 over the reinforced wall onto Maddox. Not exactly what Maddox had in mind when he saw looked like Kenny throwing a nade. But Kenny will throw another nade. Will not hit find anybody. He will shoot through the barricade. Amani holding on to red stairs. Doesn't look like anybody's pushing him. Although Amara with another kill onto on the Gohan. So that's now the Twitch and the Zofia out of play. Oh, Sarah sees the head, but he misses the shot, peeking through the bomb chassis into pantry. That's onto Kenny, I believe. Oh, and a beautiful shot. One tapped, and another. The quick 360 for effect, and he gets it. Oh my god, a flawless round for OnlyFans. Sarah's with the beautiful shots with that TCSG, and then the pistol to close it out. OnlyFans looking to dominate early this match.
I didn't want to interrupt, but I am back. And yeah, I didn't want to interject, but that was an amazing round. Wow.
Yeah, so, hello, welcome.
Yeah, hi.
Stream.
I didn't say hi. Hi. You know what? I will be asking you stupid questions. Basically, how did the last game go, and like how are things going right about now? Because as you can guess, I am totally out of context. So take me for a viewer that just came here, because that's literally who I am.
Right. So OnlyFans started on the attack last round, or last game, I should say, and it was on Cafe Dostoevsky. And basically they won. They tied at the half, and then OnlyFans completely demolished them the second half, winning 4 rounds in a row for a quick 7-3 victory.
Okay, so OnlyFans won the first map.
OnlyFans won the first map 7-3,
Okay.
Going flawless on the defense. Yes.
Awesome.
And they did take some unorthodox approaches. They went second floor, reading dining instead of top floor first, but different teams have different preferences. And
10 seconds remaining.
MishMash Gaming looked completely out of their element.
5 seconds remaining.
They only won one of the rounds through like a 1 versus 3, 1 versus 4 or something on their defense. So this is looking very strong in favor of OnlyFans so far.
Gotcha. And of course, they won the first map with
of
the
course.
first round here with
Flawless.
amazing performances from Sarah. Yeah, flawless round. I mean, this is looking really good. And for context, OnlyFans, they are the reigning champions from last season. That is item number 1. Item number 2, MishMash Gaming, they were second placed on last season's tournament series, so not exactly the league proper, but they still ended up being second among, their own group of teams. So 2 behemoths are playing up against each other tonight. But so far, yeah, it does look like OnlyFans do have the momentum. First map, like you alluded to, and the first round right here, flawless with, the TCSG going like 3 kills in a row, back to back. That's not supposed to happen. Whenever you're faced against a full auto gun, you're not supposed to be having this kind of a performance. As unfortunate as it is for MMG, it's also a testament to Sarah's performances. But with that being said, let's jump in round number 2, shall we?
Yeah, so we have 2 kills coming out, 1 for each side. There's Zofia being traded for the Hella, the sisters going out first. And the Ella got knifed, which is interesting. Might have been downed earlier, but losing a twist drone to the meat jammer is never a good thing. Using a new flashbang, but it will not help him. Manny with a beautiful headshot onto Maddox. And interestingly, that default cam is still up. MishMash Gaming very sloppy there because they have not killed the default cam outside.
Absolutely. By the way, quick parenthesis. Do you want me to spectate since like I'm on the local computer?
Yeah, go for it. Yep.
Awesome. Because like the one thing I didn't want to mess you up with is like closing that up. So yeah, you can spectate. I will observe, and I'll put all of my efforts into that. You can cast, and I will observe.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was about to say spectating and yeah. Okay. Yep. Perfect. Yeah. So Amani now holding on to 90, but the ace does open up 90 wall, so that is going good for MMG. However, they won't really be able to capitalize on it without Amani being able to take him out.
Bomb located by attackers.
So with only 40 seconds remaining on the clock, MishMash have gone, you know, they didn't do too much. They didn't erode or ground down the defenses, and they don't have a clear path to getting the diffuser planted. Smoke, of course, is going to be a major nuisance. And now, I mean, the hard walls are still pretty much up, except maybe for that rotation into hunting. And there you go. Amani is just going to shut down and push from that side. So 2v3 situation, 19 seconds on the clock. It is going to be a last-ditch effort. Reinforcing. Can he make it quick enough? Unfortunately not. So yeah, Gibby getting a kill on his side. 2v2, it is now looking ever more likely, but that's going to be Burr, the diffuser down. Kenny now has to get a 1v2 clutch in 6 seconds. He's going to try, gets one, pulls out the pistol, rushing in. Is he going to get it? He tries, but no, it does not look like Percy's going to stand up, and there you go. By the skin of their teeth, OnlyFans are going to win this round as well. But yeah, MishMash Gaming, that was, you know, the 20 seconds meta being attempted, but failing, unfortunately.
Yeah, that was very close for MishMash Gaming.
Yeah, let me just shut down the overlay. It is R6 Analyst, like in the task manager, because that is going to be annoying as heck. Or what? It's actually like an overwolf thing, isn't it? Right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just.
Yeah, I didn't want to mess with your computer, so I just left it alone. But yeah.
But it's annoying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another thing. So of course, our wonderful producer. Was a first timer, so I didn't even mention map ban. What were the bans for the overlay purposes? So Thatcher had been banned by the attackers, so that would be MishMash.
Banned by defenders.
Okay, so Thatcher has been banned by OnlyFans.
Yep. And I did not see the rest of the bans.
Okay, so well, we'll have the one round with only Thatcher and the overlay, and then the rest will come later on. Yeah. So real quick. I didn't hear you like introduce yourself at the beginning of the stream, but I saw on chat that your voice is slightly similar to one of our French Canadian casters, and like comments like, "Oh, your English is really good, actually." Real comment in chat, so I had to clear up the confusion. Do you want to formally introduce yourself? Don't know if you did that already at the beginning of the stream. But
yeah, I did it. I did introduce myself at the beginning of the stream, but for any new listeners, my name is Vulgar, and I haven't cast in a while, but I'm definitely enjoying it. And yeah, so I'm Canadian, but not French Canadian, so that's why my English is so good, because it is my native language, native tongue. But yeah, so looking forward to ending this cast, or not ending it, but you know, continuing it, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, of course, if you wanted to go, if you wanted to have the rest of the evening for yourself, I am here, and I wanted to say thank you so much for saving my butt. When I have this much troubles finding a caster for any given game in the main season, I would simply not have it casted, but it was absolutely not a possibility, or it was not a solution this time around. So thank you so much, because you really did come in handy. And yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, basically.
Yeah, no, my pleasure. 90 cam being taken out very quickly. Imani holding on to 90. Also has the Echo Drone to help him out. Echo Drone is not invisible anymore, but it's still very strong in the right hands.
Amani right here doesn't have any pillowable shield or too much utility to his help, but he is still stubbornly holding on. He knows exactly what the name of the game is, right? He wants to play for time, wants to delay the push as much as possible. We saw last round how down to the wire it came, right? And he's doing pretty good, like exposing himself to a minimum. He's not getting any kills, but that's not exactly his actual main goal here. So all around, even though no results are apparent, he's still getting what he's looking for.
Yeah, absolutely. As a defender, time is money, and the more you can waste of it, the better. He will waste a good half the round, to be honest. Char finally taking him down on the 90 window, but it did take a long time. And remember, this isn't site. Aviator is not the site. The site is trophy. And with a minute and 20 seconds to go, we're in a 2 versus 4. This is looking very good for MMG. They have been denied a lot of time, but they have definitely picked up the frags they need to win this round.
Absolutely. And it looks like we're going to be seeing a unilateral push, so every player is going to be setting up, you know, some kind of attack from the top of the red stairs, so either on either of the bomb sites. But the point is, there's no flank coming from either Astronomy or Master's bedroom. All in all, it should be fairly possible to mitigate, you know, the numerical disadvantage that OnlyFans are at right now, since they only have 2 doorways to cover, and there's 2 of them left, you know?
Yes, this peeking from Saris is dangerous for MMG because that TCSG, while it doesn't hit quite as hard as it used to, it can still take out a decent amount of damage per shot. Kenny rotating over to the bedroom to try to push Saris out of here. Saris will not fall. He'll continue to hold, but he will fall eventually down the hatch. So now in a not 1 versus 4, but only on site 1 versus 4. Kozak is the last person on site. Plant is being attempted by Gibby. C4 from Saris from a below. Must have had intel. Beautiful, but that's not the planter. The planter is still going down, and it will be planted. Saris with the TCSG, so potent. Takes down Char. Now, in a 1 versus 2 is Saris as Gibby takes down, I believe
Kozak.
it was Kozak. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's basically a 1v2 situation, same ratio, but yeah, Saris, though he tried once he dropped down the hatch, his movements were so predictable. You only have to shut down the stairs, and there's basically 2 of them that are viable, right? Not even mentioning main stairs. So you post 1 player at the top of the red stairs, another one by the other one. It is, I have a brain fart right now.
It's all good. Astronomy
stairs. I was going to say
Yeah.
aviation. Thank you so much. So yeah, I mean, and even then, if you look at how the attackers were positioned, arguably 1 player, Gibby, was able to shut down both staircases pretty easily. So yes, Saris was toast at this point. An Oryx could maybe have had better mobility, but that's neither here nor there. He wasn't playing Oryx, and yeah, we're talking hypotheticals here. So that's going to be MishMash's first round. So at the very least, they're stopping the bleeding. And, you know, to have a more or less equal team or equal matchup on this defense-sided map, you'll be aiming for a 4-2 split for the halftime mark, right? So at this current rates, MishMash would have a decent chance at having a good standing by the time they come into the defensive side. But nothing yet has been set in stone. Anything is still possible. Round number 4 in Kitchen. What do you think about that?
Well, this is actually where they went for the first site. So they started their rotation of sites on the site. So it's not really surprising they go back here once it's available again. This is obviously where they had the flawless round. That might have been partially because MMG was just caught off guard by going to most teams' tertiary site first. But we'll have to see for this round if OnlyFans can replicate the success they found earlier.
So, quick anecdote, MishMash have been known also to defend here first. I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw them pick this very bomb site by round 7, so in a few minutes actually. But yeah, my overarching question at this point would be, is it just me? Has the meta evolved to where Kitchen is actually more viable than it once was? Because you mentioned it being an oddity, but it doesn't seem to be that odd anymore. And maybe I am just not up to date with the current meta, but I'm still somewhat baffled as to why so many teams decide to do that.
Well, I think it's partially because it's just less played. As a general rule, it's been less played. So there's less defensive stratagems based around it, and that gives the attackers the advantage because they can attack in ways that haven't been really tried before, which can give them an advantage. But interestingly, we will see something that's very rarely seen even on this site as an attacker is a bottom floor take. I think you had 3 members of MishMash Gaming coming in from the bottom floor, going up those pantry stairs. Got Amani holding onto red stairs, and yeah, it's just interesting because there's no soft floors, so you're going to be just pushing up the stairs. But
absolutely, stairs right here. when does when does this operator flank well, or this operator roam? It looks like it worked more or less. He did put Gibby down, but didn't actually kill him, so that is unfortunate. And there you go, Gohan is actually going to get like a double kill here, chinning them up, and Gibby is just going to be revived. But Kozak get a kill at the very same time on Maddox. That was Ashuna, top fragger operator off the board. Kenny is now on OBJ, so if he had diffuser, he could actually plant. It looks like he's just going to be waiting for Gibby. That's trigger discipline right there, making sure you're aligned before pulling the trigger. I would have done that, and that's why I'm not playing right now. Still 2v2 situation, but the health pool is going to be favoring the defenders. OnlyFans very much so now that Kenny has lost a good chunk of his life as well, and all that OnlyFans have to do is deny access to the bomb site for Gibby, and they have won. And there you go, that's not diffuser lost. Kenny in a 1v2 situation is going to light Amani up very badly, but he is still very much alive. And that's going to be a problem. Oh, he was expecting him, but when he turned around, that was unfortunate, and therefore Imani is going to be winning round number 4. OnlyFans keeping the streak alive.
Excellent play from OnlyFans. They did lose sight, but it doesn't matter if you have sight as an attacker if the diffuser isn't there, and OnlyFans knew that, so they just defended where the diffuser was dropped in Mudroom. Now for their second to last site, they will be going to Trophy.
Real quick, the operator bans Buck, Malusi, and Maestro. Sorry.
Yeah, all good. So yeah, so the Buckman is interesting. I guess I can see it, although it's kind of weird to me because Buck lost his frags, which makes him way less potent. Thatcher obviously being a very default ban, as is Malusi and Maestro, so the only really surprising one there is Buck, and I can see it because there are a lot of soft ceilings and soft floors between the top and bottom, or top and first floor, so I can understand it. Yeah, so I'm interested. It's kind of weird to me that they're going to this site and not Aviator, because Aviator's open and they did win it, and they did not win this site the one time they went to it. So it's kind of weird to me that they're trying to go to Trophy and Statuary rather than Aviator Games. Why do you think that is?
I would say it looks like they're trying to reproduce their previous, track record, or actually that's the bomb site they lost at, so they're really trying to pick up what worked from the last defense they had here and kind of just patch the holes and adapt what didn't exactly work out. Sometimes it's preferable to use an almost winning formula and just, you know, reiterating on them until it actually works, instead of going somewhere where they haven't played too often and where they would be actually more or less starting from scratch, as in regards with the dynamic with the attacking team, in this instance MishMash, if you get what I mean. So I guess that could be part of the reason, but at the end of the day, we can only speculate. We can't know for sure since we are not in their minds, nor are we in their chats. But yeah, that's like the best answer I would have for you. With that being said, let's watch and see, I guess, is all we can do.
Yeah, you do see Amara holding on to like closer to study in 90 than I believe anybody was last time. And that's to try to give Amani cover to hold on to like 90 proper more effectively. And the ace charge being used on, I think, bar wall, which is interesting. Amani being pressured here, but does not lose his life yet or any health. He's just trying to peek out, trying to waste as much time as possible. The castle barricade being killed. That's 2 down. And the nade being catch but caught by the ADS.
But now it's disabled now, it's the new ADS. Yeah. But he's going to be able to run out because, of course, he was cooking an 8, and therefore Char was unable to just shoot at him when he was crossing his line of sight. So at the end of the day, I would say OnlyFans are performing better on this bomb site than they did the last time around, in the sense that, yes, we didn't waste as much time as we did, but at the end of the day, OnlyFans didn't lose a single player, not even a slither of health. Actually, everybody still has 100 HP to their name, and therefore the OBJ itself is going to be so much tougher of a nut to crack for MishMash Gaming. Although they have all of their resources, so does OnlyFans. Yeah,
that's an extremely potent point, because last time at this point in the round, OnlyFans had wasted a lot of time, and MishMash Gaming were only just like pushing up 90, but it was also a 2 versus 4 at this point. But now it's a 5 versus 5, which is much better odds for MishMash Game, or for OnlyFans, I should say, than it was last time. And I believe a smoke canister has already been used by
yes,
Kozak.
correct. Yeah, he now has only 2 left to his name. And with 50 seconds on the clock, I mean, it is more than enough of time for MishMash Gaming to execute a push. Plus, since they're working on a few different angles at once, I mean, Smoke can really realistically only deny one angle at a time. Which all in all makes it so that the attackers could still, you know, out-utility the defenders, if I can present it that way. It looks like Gibby's actually expecting a roamer to come back up the main stairs, and that would be speaking to how little utility they're working with. Actually, if you look at this, the attackers are now funneling into OBJ, though we're not exactly seeing the kills because my spectating skills aren't up to par. But those are 2 kills in rapid succession for the defenders. Gibby could be planting, it would be way too dangerous for him to do so right now. But 16 seconds on the clock, he is going to have to attempt something, so it is all going to come down to Gohan's cover. He is exposing himself, opening himself up to a pretty hefty pre-fire, trying as much as he can, but it looks like the defuse is going to be put down. No, he is not going to get that kill. Amani thus getting an easy double frag, and that is going to allow OnlyFans to win round number 5.
Especially considering that the air nomad, the nomad
air jab,
yeah. I mixed up my words, but yeah, the air jab went off, and he still got the double kill there. That just attests to how fruitless or how hopeless a MishMash Gaming situation was there, because they were effectively in a 3 versus 1 or 1 versus 3 because Gibby was stuck on the floor planting,
yeah, effectively, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, in that instance, you really do want to be making the best use of your utility, you know, air jabs. Is Sophia playing with the claymores? I mean, I hope she's not playing with breaching charges because, well, her utility basically is a breaching charge. So yeah, you would usually want to have your backs covered as much as possible, even if it's just drones. But when you're at the end of the round, you know, at the end of the rope, so to say, you no longer have all of this utility at hand. And, you know, if your teammates are dead or if the drones aren't where they're supposed to be, tough luck, and, you know, make the best of it, because that's all you really can do in those tough situations. Plus, the numerical advantage really was a godsend. I mean, realistically speaking, it was a heavy tribute to ask of Gibby to get that diffuser planted. So as unfortunate as it is, I'm not actually surprised that diffuser didn't get planted.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm not blaming Gibby or any individual in MishMash Gaming. It was just a unfortunate turn of the circumstances, and you will see a lot of utility on these top of the main stairs. You got a deployable shield, and my disc, 2 ADSs, a mute jammer, barbed wire on the study door, and barbed wire on the on the stairs. Like, this is a heavy investment of utility for OnlyFans to hold it, but we'll see if it pays off.
Yeah, so it looks like Amara is going to be holding on to the top of the red stairs, the main stairs. I mean, that would be a given at this point. Also, I just wanted to point out, he still has one of the charisma mines in his back pocket, so maybe he's just going to toss it out like a grenade. He's cycling through his inventory right now. I'm not sure if he's exactly going to use that piece of utility right there. But one thing is for sure, Maddox is gathering intel, and there's no drone in that doorway. Okay, I'm a bit surprised, to be honest. So yeah, he is now realizing that the right-hand side, or shall I say the eastern side of the building, or of that area more, seems to be way less defended than the western side. So, you know, main corridor, maybe not, but from study towards, you know, aviation, that could be a bit more viable. As I just missed that, Sarah's going to get the first pick on Char. So first blood for the defense, and him being a roamer, he just bailed out of there, not trying to force the advantage, not trying to, you know, get a double kill or anything like that, but at the same time, he's denying any chances for MishMash Gaming to, like, circle him or cut his rotation off. He did hear the air jab there, so he's really not going to be pushing his luck more than needed, but arguably he really doesn't have to.
Yeah, and the Sophia of Gohan now right outside of the site, like the heavy utility on main stairs is not helping when the push is coming from the opposite side of the building. And is it just okay? Never mind. So the study wall is reinforced, but Ace is gonna open it up. Ooh, Sarah's seen that air jab as it's placed and shoots it with a suppressed gun. Oh, he just misses the head of Nomad as he wants to go for the second peek. Misses his shots, and Gibby takes a lot of damage, but does end up getting the kill. So now at a 4-4 situation, MMG is looking to be in a better position than they were last time to win this.
Slightly unfortunate for Cyrus, because he could have had a double kill collateral there. That would have been a game changer, but alas, it was meant to be. So 4v4 situations, smokes are beginning to be popped out, and, you know, looking at the timer, it is basically what you want looking for as a defender. I mean, 50 seconds on the clock to start throwing the first toxic babe. It's as good as it's gonna get, but this one couldn't actually deny a plan. So Gibby may have an opening right here, and Kozak doesn't seem to be aware of that.
Well, and Gimpy having such low health means that like a single tick of damage from the smoke canisters will kill him. So it's kind of surprising that he's not dropping diffuser for somebody else to go for the plant.
Yeah, Gohan's right there.
Yeah, it's kind of curious. I mean, maybe they're just not thinking about it, or maybe they figure that having the player on higher health covering the plant will be better. But Kozak doesn't even care because he just takes down both of them anyways. Oh, Maddox with a beautiful double kill. He does need to get 2 more kills though, as Kenny is going for the plant. Maddox hovering. The limited ammo of the F2 will not help him. Diffuser does get planted, and Kenny does manage to get away. Maddox on the floor, so it's a 1 versus 2. The kill will probably be confirmed as it is, and the counter defuse will be begun. He sees the head. He topped the head, and now in a 1 versus 1, Kenny just needs to get out of there. He's safe. He rotates around to the other side of the site, and Kenny or Amani has no info. This is he's going in blind. He's just pre-firing everything. They have a drone on him as well. He doesn't even see the drone. He's just pre-firing anything he can, but at this point it's too late. 7 seconds, no time. He doesn't even get
this is gonna be
over
good
to
round.
the diffuser. Going for frags, misses. Kenny with the kill to end the round. Impactless frag. He had won the round anyways, but always good to pad your stats.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, going for the kill when you have nothing left to lose, that's just the icing on the cake. Because I mean, I did mention this before, but the 4-2 split is exactly what you'd be aiming for, and we actually did come to pass. So in a sense, anything could still be possible because, yeah, I would see an overtime situation, or I would deem an overtime situation as being fairly likely at this point.
No, absolutely. At this point in the last match, it was tied 3-3, but considering that MishMash Gaming was on defense last map, I would say that this is a better this is a better situation for MishMash Gaming than they were in at this point of the match last map.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, after all, now they are gonna have the defense sided, but it can't go both ways, right? OnlyFans could outdo themselves on attack, and even though we're saying, well, it's looking decently well for MishMash, the rug could just be swept from under their feet and we couldn't see it coming. I mean, at the end of the day, OnlyFans winning 2 rounds in a row, it would be, well, a bit surprising, but not unheard of, right? It's not like a six round win back to back to back to back. So assuming they win 2 rounds in a row, it would be game over for MishMash effectively, right? I'm not saying I expect to see this happen, but I mean, the tides can shift pretty quickly in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fact that there's no like concrete momentum system in this game, like there is in a game like Counter-Strike or Valorant, means that in any given round, any team can win. Just it depends on who's showing up for the round. But we will see an Aviator defense, which is much more standard than what we saw, like much more kind of generally considered meta than what we saw coming out from OnlyFans, which makes me think that MMG is a little bit hesitant to try anything like too risky, which is understandable considering that they're down 2 points.
You're right. But I would like to say it's also very likely that they're saving strats because they have been known throughout the main season to be trying some unorthodox or some custom-made stuff, right? We're not seeing like the quote-unquote defaults or our ranked strat, which is more or less what we're seeing right now. You know, default stuff, extended hold, and just better communications than in a typical ranked game. But the strategy in and of itself isn't that different from any pug game. Not that it's good or not that it's bad, I just wanted to underline that. Amani, though concussed, is going to get the first pick on Kenny, so that's not off to too good of a start, but Shar is going to get another kill and bring this back to a 4v4 situation pretty darn quickly. All around, saving strats is something that I think is happening at this point personally. Plus, I don't have a plus. Plus, my point just escaped my mind. So yeah, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a if you think about it, there's a reason that it's considered the default strategy. It's because it's
the best. Yeah,
it's the best. Yeah, it's like considered the best because it is the best. And unless you have some unorthodox strategy that's going to catch the attack off guard, it's usually better to just go with what you know and hope that you can execute it better than the attackers than to like kind of try something like that's a homebrew that may or may not actually work. Amani, though, with a kill on a Gohan, will give the attackers the advantage here. OnlyFans looking pretty good. Maddox holding on to 90 will let up Sarah's a little bit, I think. And those echo drones aren't going to be as useful because they're not invisible anymore. So you can just shoot them. They're not as good at plant denial as they are at time disruption. C4 going wide as another kill in the meantime coming out for OnlyFans. Now Gibby and Maddox in a 2 versus 4. They do have sight still, but it's looking pretty dire.
Oh yeah, it is gonna be dire as Echo falls. So he was the heavy hitter, right? He could just trade blows because he's a 3-3, but yeah, Motzi was never gonna pull it off, as unfortunate as it is. OnlyFans winning the first round of attack, keeping the momentum. This is looking pretty good for them, all things considered. And you know, I was saying, hey, I forgot what I was gonna say. It did come back to my mind. My question was going to be regarding the comment you had made during the last preparation phase. So yeah, I'm going back a few minutes at this point. But you talked about the momentum system. Would you like to educate my uncultured person? Momentum system is referring to the currency system that you have in place in these games, correct?
Yeah. So in games like Counter-Strike and Valorant, you're in game. Each round to round, you buy weapons for your character, like on a round to round basis. If you survive the round, then you keep your weapon. But like depending on how well your team is doing, like you get more money for winning a round than you losing a round. So there's like a concrete sense of momentum in games like Counter-Strike and Valorant, where the winning team tends to keep winning because they have more money and therefore can afford better equipment. Whereas in a game like Siege, each operator comes with a specific loadout that cannot be changed unless except for you have a choice between 2 guns, but you don't have it doesn't matter if you win or lose, you're going to be able to run the same operator lineup regardless.
I see. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure because on a personal level, I don't even have 5 hours on either of these 2 games. I probably have almost 5 hours combined with these 2 games, to be totally frank with you, and I probably are not the only one in chat that is going to be in this similar situation. So I just wanted to ask the stupid question so that chat doesn't have to, in a sense.
No, yeah, absolutely. It's a little bit if your only game is Siege, then the momentum system in other games can be a little bit confusing, just because of how overall Siege is very similar to CS:GO, but in many ways it's the complete opposite as well. So yeah. It's not a stupid question. It's just something that some people just don't know about, and that's completely fine.
Absolutely. So looking at this right now, so OnlyFans now 5-2. My question before the heat actually ramps up in this specific round, OnlyFans are leading with a 3 points advantage, and they're only a few rounds off of a victory. Would you say it is past a point of no return? Can MishMash still realistically hope for a comeback? I mean, they're on the defense side, but they also don't have too many rounds to work with. Their wriggle room is just shrinking round after round. So do you think they still have a solid shot at making it, or is it just prolonging the inevitable?
I mean, again, in Siege, there's no such thing as inevitable if the 2 teams are roughly equally matched, which I genuinely believe that these 2 teams are roughly equally matched. And also worth noting, this is MMG's pick. So if they can't bring this back, then I don't they should be able to bring this back because they picked this map. They know this map the back of their hand. They wanted to come here, so they better show us something that shows that. And I think that just bringing default strats like this, they're doing right now, is not the way to do that. I do want to see some more default strats, but that was a very nice shot from the TCSG of the Kaid.
Yeah, so it looks like Kid is going to be an absolute power to be reckoned with, no matter if it's MishMash or OnlyFans playing him. But those are just going to be kills traded back and forth. Now MishMash Gaming are on their back foot, basically. Gohan is not OBJ, and he's going to have to retake control. But that was Gerber the Diffuser, a double kill in rapid succession. Percy, last player alive, droning. When you could actively be peeked, that is going to be a risk to be taken. He is going to have to try something. He's fearing for his back, so he's low on intel because, of course, as we can see, Char is nowhere near working on a flank. So yeah, that is really going to put Percy in a tough situation. Not to say unwinnable, but look at this. He's actively being so cautious about dead angles that I'm fearful for him. And what was this?
Did we just see?
What was this? Wow. But yeah, so Shar's going to get the refrag thereafter. So he's going to be saving the round. And yeah, MishMash Gaming did pull off a clutch there in a sense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's a 2 versus 3. That's when it's a 2 versus 3, you generally are in a clutch situation. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I know they definitely pulled that back. The frags coming out from, I believe it was It was a Jaeger. I'm not entirely sure who it was actually. The frags coming out from them, I guess Gohan probably, were extremely good.
I'm gonna be starting the other OBS instance to have the replays on screen. This is something like the other producer wasn't doing because I wanted to keep things simple. But I believe a few replays would be enjoyable to the viewer. So sorry about that. And let's jump right into the game. This did throw you off guard. I'm sorry, I didn't intend for it to do that.
Attackers need to locate.
No, oh good. Always better to have good production.
Another thing regarding in regards with the production, OBS gonna need some resources. Okay, so we're already on a. Let's just pull it down to a 60 hertz. Once again, the lower amount of FPS, the least amount of FPS the game renders, the more resources are going to be free for OBS to have those replays. And also 1080p would be nice. Like all those small things here and there. You're fine.
Located by attackers. 10 seconds.
Apply changes. Since we're already in here, let's turn this off once again to keep the UI as clean as possible. But with that being said, so round number 9, 2 seconds left on the preparation phase. So let's just recap this real quick. Reinforcements here and there, none there. I don't see a mute jammer, so it could be a soft hard wall if I can put it that way. 1 reinforcement here, but no rotation hole, and extended reinforcements there, but no roamers in sight. You wanted to add something to that?
Well, I was just saying, like, there's a, yeah, like with on the vault wall, there's no wall denial, which is fascinating because generally that's a wall you want to keep as hard as possible, if that makes sense.
It's not electrified, not jammed. Yeah. I mean, both Cade and Mute are in the composition, so let's just also point that out. I have no idea in a million years why MishMash wouldn't want to like protect this reinforced wall.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, obviously they reinforce it, so, like, they don't want it opened, but they haven't, like, put any resources into protecting that protected wall.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
We'll have to see if it works. Ooh, that's highly unfortunate. Mara taking out the Mozzie of Maddox. Just, his gun is just better. The gun just has a better damage per second, and, you know, it just, Maddox takes the damage and dies. Now it does look like the impact trick is gonna come out. I'm not really sure who's gonna do it. I guess Gibby might have impacts.
Let me see. I don't. Yeah, he does. And yes, just joking with chat. You're right, chat. You guys aren't asking stupid questions. I am. So I am not. I'm gonna stop pretending I'm asking the questions for you. I truly did ask for myself with the currency thing. But he's gonna peek right there. It looks like Kenny was absolutely ready for him, but only looked that way as he's just gonna get murdered. And Kenny runs back inside. Because of course you don't want to be caught off guard in the middle of the corridor. That would be a death sentence. So that numerical advantage that OnlyFans had is now gone basically. But with 55 seconds on the clock and, you know, Kozak only barely beginning to breach the reinforced walls, it is going to be a tough sell since they're basically going to have to do a what I like to call Call of Duty push. Because if you haven't, you know, interacted with the map per se, you're going to have to rush in through the doorways like you would in Call of Duty. So Kozak getting another frag, and that's going to be from beneath. Okay, that push is now looking ever more so likely. Yeah, that is. Oh, Kenny also falling down. He is never going to get revived, obviously. So Gohan, full health, now has to pull off the impossible, and that's therefore not going to happen. There you go, OnlyFans now in a match point situation. So we talked about momentum before. I am going to repeat my question because the situation is now absolutely dire for MishMash Gaming. It is going to be, 6-3. They have to pull off 3 rounds back to back to back in order to stay alive, and yet they've barely been able to scrape 3 rounds together total. Do you still think they have a solid chance at making it, or do you think it is now starting to be pretty, it's now starting to be a pretty tough sell for them?
I'm definitely starting to think that MishMash Gaming is going to have to kind of pull a rabbit out of the hat in order to take this. I mean, obviously, it's still technically possible, but technically possible is not going to cut it when you're down 3-6. Overall, I would say that unless OnlyFans grows, they should win this. You almost saw the Zero coming out. He is now available to play.
Right, yeah.
But he does get 6 pick off onto the sledge, which is unfortunate. I would have loved to see a nice Zero play, but we won't see that. We'll instead just see a lot of soft destruction, if I do say so myself. The Sophia, Ash, and Sledge combo gonna wreak havoc on that ceiling, because the entirety of that site is soft, I think, on the ceiling, almost.
It pretty
Most
much
of
is,
it,
yeah.
at least.
I mean,
There's just that
yeah,
little
maybe
bit.
only like this one small
Yeah.
area next to the doorway, and it also extends to the other side. Where exactly is
Yeah.
that? Well, that's not exactly OBJ either, so
Yeah.
I guess the entirety of the bomb site itself is soft from the ceiling. You're absolutely right. But I just want to point one thing out. We haven't made Zero available yet because we're waiting for the end of the season once again. I know like we're not synced with like the in-game season or the Pro League season. But yeah, we don't want to change up the rules, so Zero is still banned, so is Aruni, obviously, but that's only going to stay for a few more weeks at this point.
Gotcha. Okay, understandable then. I understand. Okay, so he had to 6
You're
off
good.
of it.
You're
then.
good. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So with that being said, yeah, I didn't mean to steal your thunder though. I'm sorry about that.
No, no, absolutely. It's always better to be correct than to be. Oh.
That was rough. Yeah, Monty's
Okay.
gonna get a nice kill there with a pistol, nonetheless. He lost a
Yeah.
lot of health though, so I mean, it was almost a trade by Maddox, but almost isn't gonna cut it. It still is at the end of the day a 5v5. Though to be fair, it could really easily be brought back to a 4-4 situation. It has to happen though.
Yeah, and luckily that was the Jaeger. Like, if they're gonna lose a player early, I would want it to be the Jaeger, considering he has no utility past the prep phase, unless he hadn't gotten all those ADSs down. Amani, on the other hand, has a lot of utility. Ash has become less of an entry fragger and more of a utility denial op. But Gohan taking out Ceres and almost taking out Amara as well. Very strong C4.
Absolutely. And it looks like the roam game has tightened up a little bit. So, you know, we had a few presence, a few players at the top floor. Now nobody is roaming above the OBJ anymore. Gibby is just on the other side of the street, so to say, the corridor. So he can really come back on site, you know, in a blink of an eye if needed. But at the same breath, it does give free reign to OnlyFans to just breach the entirety of that floor and to let hell rain down on the defenders. And the piece of bad news is, yeah, Ash has only so many breaching rounds and breaching charges, but Sledge really has an unlimited supply of hammer, you know, hits to go with. He did put
Char
Char
is
down.
as well.
Yeah, but he seems to know that, so he's not gonna finish him off. However, I don't see how Char could get revived, so realistically speaking, yeah, he's out of the picture. Kenny's gonna get a nice kill. That cross angle on the red stairs is actually surprisingly potent. Like, he's basically in the middle of two important staircases, which kind of did force OnlyFans to drop down the hatch or to run out of the window. I'm not exactly sure which one it is, but you know where they are right now. So really, it looks like it was almost a full-blown rotation by OnlyFans. They've all but abandoned the top floor, which is actually going to allow Char to be revived. I didn't expect that. Congratulations, by the way. Yeah, so really, OnlyFans seem to have the upper hand. It really does not look like that anymore.
Yeah, luckily Char went down at like right by the one spot that we pointed out earlier was hard on the ceiling. But yeah, a quick flurry of kills coming out from MishMash Gaming, and they will stay alive for yet another round. Excellent hold coming out from them, and if we can see 2 more rounds like that, I'm starting to believe that they could win, or at least get to overtime.
Sab's asking, where are these the NTNS replays? Yeah, so it looks like we don't have replays from the last round on. Oh gosh. Yeah, so I am gonna have to see what does not work with the macro I'm having there. These are again NTNS replays, are they? Wait a minute. Production issues. Yeah, these are still NTNS replays. Why is... Okay, yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you cast here because I have a little something to figure out.
All good. I'll go solo for a bit. We do see Char 6-picking from the Mute to the Legion. Very different ops, and
Also, do feel free
honestly,
to
I like it.
spectate. Sorry about that. Do feel free to spectate.
Wait, do you want me to spectate?
Yeah, please, because I'm like
Okay,
working on
gotcha.
OBS because something's
Yeah,
not working
perfect.
here.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, so like I was saying, yeah, the Legion coming out, I like it. They have the Cade for wall now, don't really need the Mute as well. And there's also a Dekebi on the board for OnlyFans. That's interesting.
I'm back.
Okay.
10
So yeah, I was saying the Dekebi is interesting because we haven't seen it yet throughout this entire series.
You're right. Yep.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, do we see a run out coming out? Oh, a C4. Okay.
Okay, let's see how that works out. Because he's biding his time. Looks like he's counting the seconds. It could actually work.
Oh,
Sarah's
he
is
downed.
downed. But, I mean, he's
Okay,
not going to
that's
finish him off.
Yeah,
Well,
you know, he's not even gonna know that he downed him, but that's still very good because that's now an operator on 20 health.
Mm-hmm. And a support
Sarah's has
operator
been
at that.
extremely, yeah, Sarah's has been extremely lethal as well throughout this match.
Absolutely. In the sense that, I mean, of course, having an entry fragger be down to 20 HP would severely limit the entry fragging capabilities of that team. So I guess having Sarah's be low on health, aside of the fact that he's been extremely potent, like you rightfully pointed out, is if he could be killed before he actually gets a chance to plant those air jabs, that could be huge. So really, it is going to be up to him to be extremely cautious. He's not going to be too cautious, but he gets a kill on Kenny, so I guess I can't blame him. And that should, in theory, open up a very strong possibility for Amani to get revived. But yet again, that's going to be now 2 players down to 20 HP. So even though OnlyFans do have the numerical advantage, it could be, you know, switched and it could be turned upside down in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, I think at this point, mathematically, MMG does have the HP advantage, even though they've lost the numbers advantage. So, like, overall, decently even on, like, in terms of, like, power on both sides. Obviously, having a gun up is better than not, but if you're going to be down a man, this is how you want it to be.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Maddox is going to be contesting Amara right here. So he's holding the tight angle. Unfortunately, he missed the head, so any amount of pre-fire is not going to be worth it since Maddox doesn't seem to be too intent on peeking there again. But at the same time, I mean, he is creating doubt or showing doubt in the mind of the attackers because they're now really cautious about like the bathroom, but he's no longer there. So in a sense, he's kind of watching 2 angles at once. And in the same breath, Gohan also did just lose his life. So that really is cementing it for OnlyFans. Yet again, let's remind ourselves, MishMash are backs against the wall. They lost the first map. If they lose this very round, it is game over for them. So really, they are giving it their best shot. And yet, they seem unsuccessful in preventing OnlyFans from just funneling in. Like, look at this. They're moving forward slowly but surely. This kill could be huge, though. The diffuser now lost Amani from underneath. And if Percy wants to repel in, it would be a dangerous endeavor. Yeah, he's going to try it. Gets denied immediately after, though. And the refrag doesn't work either. Maddox actually getting a double kill. That is huge. MishMash really not giving him an inch.
Yeah, and those Legion Mines are even more strong now that because of Amani being so low, he can't take quite as much damage. From those goo mines. Oh, and Maddox with a triple. Can he go for the quad? No, Shar takes it from him. But Maddox definitely the MVP of that round. Triple kill plus the down on the Nomad, which I don't think he actually killed. I think Shar was the one that got... No, Shar killed the Dekebi and the Ash. So it looks like Maddox did end up finishing off the Nomad anyways. But excellent play. Monster and the P10 Roni. It's just so strong in the right hands because of how accurate it is at such long ranges. If you can hit your heads, it's a force to be reckoned with.
Here, quick question for you. Do you have 2 screens? Like 2 monitors on your setup?
And put the screen in half mode. There we go. Okay,
because I enabled the Discord screen share. So I mean, of course, on the main computer, there's still going to be like the gameplay proper, but now on the Discord screen share, you should be able to see like the replays. So if you want to have like another preview
I
round,
see that right now.
and of course, that's what the chat is viewing. So while the replays are up, like maybe not talking about the preparation phase and that kind of stuff because people won't be seeing what we're actually talking about. But in the time it took me to tell you about the replays, they are now over. So, moot point, but we'll know for the future, which may actually not happen, because once again, this could very well be the last round. However, even though MishMash, they waited a long time before they, woke up and they started performing, I guess a bit of pressure is all they needed, because now they are absolutely on their A game, and it is nice to see.
Yeah, definitely. MishMash Gaming definitely hitting their stride at this point. They've won 2 in a row. They need 1 more to bring it to overtime. And if they can continue that momentum into overtime, then they can win the map. Obviously, they are still down a map, so even if they win this map, their victory is still not guaranteed. They will need to win in Oregon as well, which, if I had to say I would have to say that Oregon is more similar to Cafe Dostoevsky than it is to Villa, so that would slightly favor OnlyFans, I would think, but that's a hypothetical. Right now, we're in round 12 of Villa.
And also one thing I do want to point out, I mean, we've seen this defense before, haven't we? And one thing I didn't like actually say out loud when it first happened, as Maddox gonna get a first pick onto Ash right there, Amadi did try, but that was not good enough, is the heavy amount of like intel the defenders have, right? You have a Valkyrie, you have an Echo, and you also have Motzi. So it looks like they're really playing the intel heavy game. And last time it arguably didn't work out, right? MishMash lost at the previous round. So they really will have to rewrite history, or in a sense outdo themselves, because their current track record doesn't bode well. Once again, match point situation and all. But if I was trying to find a silver lining here, they can use, you know, their past knowledge to their advantage to figure out what didn't work out, and thus updates ever so slightly the strategy to make it work this time around.
Maddox has the Jaeger with him as well, so that's and it doesn't look like OnlyFans knows that the Jaeger's there, so that's definitely a boon for him. Percy going to take out Maddox though finally. Gibby Riffrigan onto Percy though, so that's now a 3 versus 3 in favor of nobody. Amara does get downed. He can pick himself up, or he can get revived himself, because he did get down below, so he should be safe to revive.
Yeah, so it absolutely looks like OnlyFans did want to play the or the vertical heavy game, right? I mean, how many players have they lost on the first floor? In a sense, they have yet to even start attacking the floor where the objective is at. So it looks like they've lost a lot of players to try the proxy push, and I mean, the proxy roam game worked out pretty well in the sense that, you know, MishMash Gaming only lost 2 players, and 2, I don't want to say unimportant players, but losing, for example, Echo would have been a big blow, which is one MishMash as of yet didn't have to suffer. So it is looking really well for them, and the overtime situation seems ever so much more likely. But nothing is yet set in stone. Gohan could still you know, commit a major blunder, because if he falls, that is going to be 90 Holloway completely open for OnlyFans.
I don't even know if OnlyFans knows that Golan's there. It looks like they have an idea somebody's there, but I don't know if they have an actual drone on him. He's not. He's just. We got.
Yeah. Cyrus is just holding the angle to be safe in a generic sense, because there you have it. He just turned all of his attention towards bomb site itself, and that ended up costing him his life. Kozak realistically cannot commit to that push. He's gonna have to watch 3 angles at the very same time. 12 seconds to go. Yet again, he's so complacent towards any hallway, but he could actually pull it off. Oh, Gohan clutching this round by the skin of his teeth. Look at this. I mean, arguably, the flick shot was happening. I believe Hibana's...
He hit him,
Gohan got hit. He just has to be lucky that he didn't get hit in the head, because that would have been an amazing end to the game if you wanted to be rooting for OnlyFans. If you're rooting for MishMash, well, then that was an epic save.
Yeah, honestly, Gohan almost threw that. Like, I don't want to say throw, because obviously he won, but he waited, I think, a little bit too long in order to actually swing out, because like both attackers were just focused on the site itself and not really on the Jaeger. But obviously he won it, so it's not that big of a deal. But just in the future, I'd like to see Gohan peek out a little bit earlier before he's the last one alive.
Yeah, I do get what you mean, because that was a bit of a risk to take. It did not cost them too much, because at the end of the day, they still were able to win the round and thus to not suffer an unfortunate defeat, because that would have been unfortunate to say the least. And so overtime it is. OnlyFans starting on attack. The map is arguably defense-sided, so is that simple? I want to say coin flip going to be favoring MishMash Gaming. Well, both yes and no. Even though the map is defense-sided, OnlyFans did have some really good results when they were attacking.
Yeah, I mean, from a pure mathematical standpoint, MMG is favored in this, because they won 4 of their 6 attacking defending rounds, only 2 of their 6 defending. Sorry, I got that mixed up. MishMash Gaming won 4 of the 6 defending rounds and 2 of their 6 attacking rounds, while the opposite is true for OnlyFans. So in theory, MishMash Gaming is looking good for this. If they can continue what they've been doing for the past, like, what, 3-4 rounds, then they could definitely win this.
Absolutely. I mean, it could really go either way. And I mean, like you're saying, Mishmash Gaming would be in a sense advantage because it is a defensive map, you know, the randomness of the thing. But if Mishmash were to end up winning, they would still have to go through the third map. So in a sense, OnlyFans, even though they absolutely do want to put it into the best of 3 here and not have to take the risk of being brought into Oregon, well, if they do get brought into there, they still can absolutely win it over on that map. So nothing is lost for them, but they would absolutely love to not have to go through that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, OnlyFans technically still the advantage. I mean, Amara going with a first goal to Gohan, that's definitely going to help. He does get taken down to less than 20 health, but not a big deal if you take down a Jaeger in the process. Obviously not a utility off the board, but a good gun off the board. The C4 gets prepped by Kenny, I believe, inside that doorway.
So, yeah. And now he's in the red stairs, so he has line of sight now. So that's not going to be... He doesn't have to guess at this point. But Kozak's drone did see him. Not sure how that's actually going to turn out. And... yeah, I mean, Amani's pushing... Yeah, he didn't have line of sight, so he did end up whistling the C4. Unfortunate. Like, a Valkyrie camera, or I should say either a Yokai drone or one of Matsu's drones could have been really useful in that situation, because wasting a C4 always does make me cringe. Those pieces of utility are so valuable. So... unfortunate is an understatement in my mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, even the threat of a C4 is enough to sometimes stop a player in his tracks, even if you haven't used it yet.
Yeah, even if you're not actually tossing it out, only the idea of a C4 is that potent, truly. And it looks like we're quick peeking OnlyFans trying to push MishMash back, and Maddox does not want to risk his life more than he has to. So yeah, he is going to be conceding ground in order to play for time. That works once. Now looking for another kill. Looks like Kenny's going to... oh, Kenny's lost a lot of health. He's still alive, but Char also gets a pick. He is going to put the Sedge down. Wow, OnlyFans' push is just disintegrating. Amani getting a nice pick there. 2v3 situation, but Kozak is so goddamn low on life. I do not know if it's actually going to turn out their way. There is somebody, an orange silhouette, blocked by the gun, but it's Maddox. Hard right here. I mean, if they push in, he could even knife them. But no, he is going to peek in a way he shouldn't have. Unfortunately, the drone here is going to be gathering intel. You know, without end or without pause. Therefore, it is now a 12-second situation. Amani's gonna pull it off. Wow.
Oh my god. Gibby just did not peek the right way, and then yeah, Amani capitalized and took out both of them.
Yeah,
beautiful plays from the Ash. That's the entry frag in Ash that we've missed.
Yeah, that's the kind of plays you want to make. Once again, if OnlyFans had been able to make that kind of play last round, they would actually have put it into the game. But yeah, even if they missed the one important round, they are still going to be delivering, and they are still going to be reminding ourselves why they actually are in the upper bracket final in the first place. Congratulations. Also, I mean, I did say this once or twice, just want to hammer the point home. OnlyFans are the reigning champions. They're defending their title from last season, so that also goes to say why they're bringing this into overtime.
Yeah, absolutely. Overall, much closer second map than the first map.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm all for it.
So, for clarity, next time you should say, since both sides won their respective defenses, made MG's favorite because they started on defense. Oh, okay. Well, on a personal level, I do not consider myself as being an analyst caster. I'm really play-by-play. So this kind of tidbit is truly like learning me something. So you know what? I will screenshot that comment and look it up next time I do a VOD review for self-improvement purposes. Thank you very much. It's actually like really appreciated when you guys give feedback, because it does help everybody. Like, it does help us to produce a better viewing experience. And in return, it does give you, well, a better viewing experience. Sounds redundant, but that's because it is. So is there anything you wanted to add to that, or am I just talking out of my butt? Oh, spawn kills.
Oh, a spawn peek. Yeah, so
yeah.
Amani definitely trying to get an early advantage, although nobody even spawned in ruins, I don't think, on MMG's side. So it's going to be fruitless. But... oh, okay, so we got at least 4 people coming in bedrooms, so this is going to be a very heavy bedroom take, it looks like, from MishMash Gaming. Got that long angle onto the door, so he's going to try to stop anybody from peeking it. Nobody is looking to peek it, though. We got a lot of players playing below on...
well, that's because it's still BJ. We didn't actually mention the preparation, but like the defense isn't... yeah, happened to me once as well.
Yep, I am blind. So yeah, site is actually not trophy. It is kitchen, and that is why everybody's below, because that is actually site.
But I mean, not everybody. In this instance, Amani is going to be trying to hold on to red stairs, and there's also Percy who is holding on to trophy room. Amara is there as well, so it's actually like a majority of players who are roaming in their own ways. So it's always interesting because, for example, those reinforcements, the Vulcan shield, there's another shield there. I'm not sure if it's a Vulcan one or a regular shield. It's the other Vulcan shield. I did see a few barbed wires, ADS devices. It's a lot of utility not on site. So if MishMash Gaming are able to flush out the roam game effectively and quickly, and it seems to be the case. I mean, Smoke is down. If you can deny him a revive, that would be huge later on. But all around, I mean, they're basically de facto going to be facing a weaker bomb site because so much utility is not on OBJ. But it all hinges on the condition that you're able to flush out the rumors quickly and effectively. It doesn't seem to be the case. He's barely missing. There you go. That is Goyo, but unfortunate trigger discipline there. He's going to be revealing his position, or his presence, should I say, without actually getting a kill out of that. So unfortunate for Shard. It's Sledge after all, so he can just keep on insisting, and he still has a decent chance of making it work. But Gohan did make himself vulnerable by planting down that charge, and it did cost him a fair chunk of health.
Default can finally being taken out in astronomy, and top floor is now fully in control of OnlyFans, or MishMash Gaming, I should say. Although it's not doing them much because they're just taking a lot of damage from below, it appears, as the holes do work both ways.
Absolutely, yeah.
They do appear to be taking a lot more damage than they're dealing out. Smoke has been revived. Kovac got revived a little bit ago, so that Smoke is going to be able to be potent in the final 30 seconds of the round, which we are now entering. One canister has gone out. He's looking
actually.
Looking to... That's the last one out now.
Let me just confirm. Yeah, that was the last one. But only 15
right.
seconds on the clock, so it realistically is going to be there for the rest of the round. So they can't actually hard breach, because, I mean, Ace is dead. So they are, in a sense, going to have to funnel through there or plant at the last second. I mean, Shard does have Diffuser. Diffuser now lost. This is looking like a GG, actually. Yeah, he couldn't plant. Realistically, he wasn't going to plant. So there you have it. OnlyFans being our winners. OnlyFans thus guaranteeing themselves or securing their spots into our playoff finals, grand final. So yeah, they are still very much at odds of being the crowned champions for a second season in a row.
Yeah, that was very, very close. But overall, OnlyFans just managed to pull it out in the end and get the win. Amani with 18 kills. Excellent work. And excellent games.
So here's another little tidbits of, of production anecdotes. You didn't have a camera, which is fine, because I mean, in a sense, desktops usually don't come with one, and gamers aren't usually using laptops. But now that I am here, we are gonna have a scene that is gonna be a bit more aesthetic in my mind, because having faces does make things a bit more interesting. Though, oh shoot, yeah, I was preparing things for. In anticipation that you were going to be having your face cam today, which you didn't end up having one. I didn't know that, but I was like still working on OBS. I'm rambling. Let's just prepare that scene. There you go. Face cam on, light on, and let's get that scene on here. So, talking to the players on game chat. So congratulations for the victory, blue team. So OnlyFans, do you guys want to have an interview? If so, please do contact me on Discord. Awesome. Yeah, so just DM me. I'll be creating a group chat because I will be with my co-host tonight. Putting you on the spot there, but do you have any kind of questions for them? Because you did see most of the game, so if you have any kind of questions related to the first map, I won't be able to come up with them.
Yeah, no, I have some things I'd like to ask. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. So Sarah's already, so you know what, I'll be creating the group chat pretty damn quickly. So yeah, leaving the call to invite you in another one.
All right.
And there we go. So Vulgar, welcome back. Sarah's, how are you today?
Hey. Can I add my mate to that call?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you don't want to be like alone in the chat, do feel free to add your teammates. I will also just be tagging that you did win map number 2 as well, like this. There we go. If I update, hey, why did it not work? How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing okay.
Amazing.
I can imagine, because at the end of the day, you did just win a very important game. It's the second most important game of the entire season in a sense. So, yeah, you guys must be energetic. So you know what? My first question to you is going to be very, very broad. Simply put, I didn't see the first game. You may have known that. So how did the game went for you, or how did you perceive the game? Like, did you play well? Do you think you may have committed a few more mistakes than you would have liked to on Cafe, or did MishMash like surprise you, throw you off guard? Were they better than you anticipated? Like, your perspective on map number 1 as a whole.
If I can, I think everything went pretty well.
Okay.
I was expecting a little bit more resistance from MishMash, especially on attack, because
Okay.
last time we played them, they were very good on attack, and I don't know, that's what I remembered from them. But
Gotcha.
yeah, everything went super smooth. But did I like we won 7-3? I think the only round we lost our 3 attack, which is fair to lose 3 attack on Cafe.
I see. So here, actually, you mentioning like your past experience with that team does bring a question to my mind, because you were in the same group for general context purposes to the people in chat. We are using a round robin system, so aka every team played against every other team in their group during the main season. So you had already played against MishMash Gaming during the main season by week 1, actually, I believe. And if my memory is correct, MishMash Gaming actually won that encounter. So what
No,
changed?
They lost it, but
They lost. Okay.
we won 7-8. Wait, we won 8-7, 0-7, 8-7. So like, the match was very close, and they won a map 7-0.
Gotcha. So yeah, and I was gonna ask, well, what changed since they won encounter number 1? But my memory just ended up being flawed in that instance. So were you okay? So let me just adapt and ask a similar yet parallel question. Since you had played them before, and obviously they're going to be scouting you, like watching VODs and that kind of stuff, how comfortable
by the
were
way.
you?
Buck ban, by the way.
Yeah, there also was a buck ban, which really did seem to be a target ban, because verticality is really a staple of your attack on that map, if I do remember correctly. So yeah, how confident were you going into this match?
Yes.
Pretty
Yeah.
Yes.
yes. I think we were fairly
yeah.
confident, bro. Like, I joined the team like less than a week ago, and after
Okay.
we won our match last week, we had a lot of discussion about this match, and like we knew they were really good players, but we knew as long as we played our game and we communicated, like we have really good fraggers on the team, and
You do,
as
yeah.
long as we played together, like we weren't really scared at any point or worried at any point.
Yeah, I would even say we would get overconfident at some point in Villa, and like we didn't troll, but we skipped some step in our attack, and that's like when they started winning some round.
Yeah.
And when we like realized it and tried to be like, tried to just stop their comeback, but I think it was just too late, and like they already adapted to all of the push, and like, I mean we tried, but I think it was too little, too late.
Yeah.
We should just have kept the same attitude in like the first round and
Same energy.
go for the clean win, 7-3-4, whatever it would have been.
But at the end of the day, you still won the map. So even though, yeah, you didn't manage to put it into it without going into overtime, you still were able to bring it back. So in a sense, congratulations on that front. You know what? I will actually be passing the conversation along to my magnificent co-host. Yeah, words are hard. Vulgar, did you have any questions to ask them? Because once again, I'm putting you on the spot, but like I said, I didn't see the first map. So any kind of question specific to any kind of specific situation or encounter or clutch situation, you'd be in a better position than me to ask them.
Yeah, so on the first map, you guys, if I recall correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys started off reading and dining on your defensive half, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, so can you walk me through your decision for that and why? Was it to throw off MishMash Gaming, or do you just genuinely prefer reading? Because like, generally that's most teams' tertiary site as opposed to a primary site. So.
So what happened is basically like what happens in rank. So the first one that chooses the site, the other ones follow. That's basically what happened on this site.
But like we
We just said let's go Dino.
Oh,
That's it.
I also would say I don't think we have like a primary side, secondary side, or I mean I guess there's side that we're better at, but
Yeah.
we just don't know what side they are.
Because
Like,
in the end, we always go to like we reach that site anyway. Like we always play it.
Yeah,
That's
so why
true,
not
yeah,
play
yeah.
first?
It's like on Villa when we first picked Kitchen.
yeah. Okay.
Like
Okay.
like we go off rotate kinda just like out of our comfort zone, I guess I would say.
Okay. So
Like if we
so-
feel like good about it, or if we have a good idea that counters them or whatever, we just go on that side.
So your reasoning is like you're gonna go on that rotation anyways. Might as well do it first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If we can
it's gonna
try to
throw
win
them
it.
off. It's gonna throw them off at the same time.
Okay. And going to the Villa game. In the first round, you had a flawless round. With your Goyo, getting that 3K. So would you say that kind of puts you in a good or negative position mentally for the rest of the match? Like if you did you get overconfident or did you
Yeah,
like
100%, too positive, too overconfident.
I got overconfident in my gameplay, and it worked very well for me on defense because I was just winning a lot of gunfight. But on attack, like I didn't just calm down, and I'm not playing an entry frag on attack, and like it costed me some run, and
Yeah, we skipped a lot of like steps, or just like not saying stuff, or not fragging properly, not droning properly. We miscalled a couple times the site, so like that fucks up our drone setups and stuff like that. So
right? All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for that. I don't have any more questions. I don't know if Hans does.
Well, you know what? I will be asking you a question which is actually going to get you some reactions from the community. Who do you think, or who do you expect to see play against you in the grand final? Because in a sense, I mean, if I was to pull up the bracket real quick, and by the way, on a side note, I haven't mentioned this or haven't announced it publicly on the on Twitter or anything, but every other match that was supposed to happen this week has been forfeited, as unfortunate as it is. AKA, this will have been the only stream of the week, which I find somewhat unfortunate, especially since these are playoff matches. But out of the teams that remain, NTNS Gaming, Impact Esports, and now MishMash Gaming just got sent to the losers bracket. Which team do you expect is going to come out on top out of all of these three teams? And do you expect to have an easy time, a difficult time? Do you even think you may have difficulties beating them? The specific team that you're expecting to play against in the grand final, how well do you think it is going to go for you? So I'm kind of asking you to pick between MishMash, NTNS, and Impact. So I do get this is likely to be a bit of a controversial take that I'm asking you to have here. If you don't want to answer, I totally get it. But yeah, I just wanted to have your impressions.
I'll take that take. Before today, I would have said MishMash Gaming would have been the team to go in the final. Yeah, I was confident that they were the second best team. Like we struggled against them on the first day of the season, but like after facing NTNS this weekend and facing them today, I think NTNS is gonna come on top. Like it might be a close match, depending on like if MMG show up like very good, or if NTNS just doesn't show up or whatever. But I think the NTNS are the team that should come on top, and the Impact. I don't think Impact is gonna beat neither team.
So here's one thing. So Impact, they were reigning champions from last season's tournament season. So you guys won the league proper, and they won the tournament. So in a sense, they also do have this badge of honor, and we did discontinue the tournaments. So in a sense, they're defending their title here as much as can be expected. So even with that kind of, I want to say, a badge of honor, you still think they're the lesser out of all three teams that are still, in the race for a spot in the finals?
I think so.
Okay, well, that's fair enough. So yeah, there's nothing no other question is actually coming to my mind. So real quick, what I will do, simply put, I will just see the bracket for the next round's bracket on air right now. So you won the first map 7-3, right? I wasn't there, so that's why I'm asking.
Yes, 7-3-8-6.
Oh gosh, it just froze on me. 7-3, 7-3, and this other one, 8-6. Not that it really matters, because once you enter the scores, there's no way to like see the per map results, if I am not mistaken. So yeah, NTNS Gaming against Impact Esports. If you guys want to start scheduling your match, basically ASAP, because then we will be in a position to announce when the stream is going to be as soon as you guys make it known. Once again, for chat, for those of you who may not know, we have this flexible scheduling policy where the players decide when the matches are going to be instead of us imposing it to them. But with that being said, hey, thank you very much for having been here. I will not be taking up any more of your time because, well, you just gave me more than enough of that. So have an amazing rest of the night. Be sure to prepare for your next match. And see you. Well, in theory, it would be like in 3 weeks. But if like that match is played tomorrow and the winner plays against MishMash in 2 days, we could actually like have your match be near the end of the weekend or near the beginning of the week.
That would be very great because
that would be awesome in a sense. But I don't know how likely that is, to be honest. So I wouldn't hold my breath.
Well, I encourage the team to play their match.
Well, you heard it here. OnlyFans do want to put an end to the season as soon as possible. Because in a sense, yeah, it would be somewhat unfortunate to have to wait like the 2 weeks pause that we did, put aside in the calendar to have like to not have matches played during the holidays. So might as well finish everything beforehand.
I have a question about that. If like for example, the match has to go after the holiday, but both teams agree that like it's fine for both of them to play before the holiday because it's COVID, we're already stuck at home, so like it's
yeah. I mean, I'm always there to cast the matches as much as possible. So
right.
That's the entire idea behind the flexible scheduling. If it fits your schedule, because I know you have life, I know gaming isn't a top priority because nobody here is pro level. So yeah, I totally understand that, and that's like the entire idea. What do you mean?
Gaming is a lifestyle, baby.
That's actually MishMash's motto. So I don't know if you're ripping your opponents, but
I didn't know.
Oh, I thought it was MishMash. We're getting smashed.
Oh, throwing shade. But I mean, yeah, I totally get what you mean. But also, I mean, on the realistic side of things, if people, I mean, I doubt you guys will want to play on, say, December 25th. But if on December 24th, 23rd, you are free to play, I will do my best to be here. Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, I was going to say have an amazing rest of the night because I was starting to like, put an end to this stream. But we did end up going again, so I'll just do the shtick once more. Thank you for having been here. I'm not going to take any more of your time because I already had more than enough of that coming from you guys. Amazing performances. Do make sure to prepare yourselves for the next match that you're going to have. And with that being said, have an amazing rest of the night.
Yep, you too, man.
All right. See you guys.
Yeah.
Let's just call Vulgar back real quick. Hey, Vulgar, welcome back. You there?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, because I just wanted to get like you a last opportunity to like introduce yourself. Was maybe a bit late for that. Like, do you have any socials? Because like just like the players, you did give me a lot of your time tonight, which was so appreciated. Like for those of you who don't know, he saved my butt so much. So I just wanted to give something back to you. Do you have like a YouTube channel you'd like to ask people to sub to or anything? Because you earned that. You earned at the very least this one.
I mean, you can follow me on Twitter at Vulgar Praxis if you like left-wing shit posting. And other than that, I'll be here if you need me. It's always a pleasure to cast with you, and
it was yeah.
So yeah, no, that's it.
Awesome. Yeah, so in a sense, the games are only getting more interesting because this is the end of the season and like the best of the top are rising to the top. And I already have like a notification on Gilded, so I believe, oh no, it's actually Sarah's like sending me the MOS files because I was going to say, hey, are the next teams already scheduling their matches? That would have been amazing. But no, so yeah, I will be sure to post this in chat. 3 minutes delay, and I'll still have a few minutes to make sure to have the link to your Twitter. So guys, have an amazing rest of the night. Keep an eye out on our Twitter. We will make sure to let you know when the matches are being played. And with that being said, I've been Hans. This is Vulgar taking off. See you shortly, whenever the next match is scheduled. Let me just find the scene. Bye bye.